Stall monitor? Oh my god. This episode from the Loud House sucks. Here are the reasons why I hate this episode in my opinion. The episode starts when at the elementary school, class ends and Mrs. Johnson informs her students that tonight is parent-teacher conferences from 6 to 8 p.m. When Mrs. Johnson tells Lincoln that she needs to tell something important to his parents, Lincoln fears that this means that she has something negative to tell them. Because of this assumption, Lincoln's friends agree to help him out. When nighttime comes, Lincoln attempts to stall his parents long enough so they can be the last ones to sign up on the sheet. The plan ends up working, and Ritu and Lynn Sr. end up being the last ones to see Mrs. Johnson. With the first part of the plan working, Lincoln's friends step in to make their parents' conferences with Mrs. Johnson last longer so that the 8 deadline reaches before she reaches to Ritu and Lynn Sr. This ranges from Mr. Spokes attempting to convince Mrs. Johnson to try out a new outfit, Mr. and Mrs. Girdle believing that Mrs. Johnson is an alien, and Liam bringing his pregnant pet goat to give birth in the classroom. The plan seems to be working, when suddenly, Stella is informed by her mother that her father was attacked by the goat and has to leave early. As a result, Ritu and Lynn Sr. are up next. Needing a way to distract them again, Rusty steps in to pose as Mrs. Johnson for Ritu and Lynn Sr., and Clyde and Liam help out by keeping Mrs. Johnson distracted and away from the classroom. Lincoln decides to hide underneath Mrs. Johnson's desk to make sure nothing bad happens. When Rita and Lynn Sr. enter the classroom, Rusty attempts to make their conference go as quick as possible, but some of Mrs. Johnson's possessions cause Rita and Lynn Sr. to stay a little longer. Meanwhile, Clyde and Liam manage to distract Mrs. Johnson by making her exit the building, but when she notices the door locked, she discovers an open window, which Lincoln used to climb through, which she uses to climb through. Unfortunately, she enters the exact moment Ritu and Lynn Sr. were about to leave. Realizing the charade has been exposed, Lincoln comes out and confesses that he and his friends were stalling the adults out of fear that Mrs. Johnson was going to say something bad about Lincoln. This makes Mrs. Johnson give Lincoln a week of detention and his parents give him a week of grounding. When Lynn Sr. asks Mrs. Johnson what she wanted to tell them, she states that Lincoln has been very resourceful, even using today's events as an example, a statement that Lincoln willingly takes well. As for Rusty, Mrs. Johnson says she has an idea on how to punish him. Rusty is revealed to be at a yoga center, working out with Mrs. Johnson's mother, much to his dismay. And the episode ends. And that's how the episode goes. I don't know who likes this episode, so I'm just gonna leave it be. Who hates this episode? Rhiannon Davis. She told me to put her in this spot. She's also the one who requested me this rant. So screw Stall Monitor. And screw Read Aloud. Toads and Tiaras is 90,000 times better than Stall Monitor. End of rant.